Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white in a perfume night where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's and we'll close the town in a whirl. And we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
He gave you the courage to believe in yourself and told you how brave you could be on a stage and how brave you had to be with the physical energy that you had to use, even on a screen where everything should be pulled back. When we did the song Out There in Dolly, I came on and with Barnaby and I'm going, out there, there's a word. He said, listen, kid. He said, where are you going? I said, New York. He said, right, New York. You're going to New York. You're 28 3/4. You've never been anywhere in your life, but you're going to New York. Where are you going? I said, New York. He said, not New York, New York. That's where I'm going. And he was getting that, and I said, are you sure you're okay? I said, good. He said, let's don't get your hands off me. And it was like Laurel and Hardy. When we worked together, he used to slap me around and say, stand there. Now, tell me where you're going. And in the end, you get the courage to actually go, out there. And you feel it from the tips of your toes.
Out there, there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby.
I mean, I can see how my technique was imbecilic in Hello, Dolly. But at the end of it, I looked over and Gene was crying. That was really nice. He was crying. He just came over and he said, "You little mother."
And the winner is Michael Crawford, the Phantom of the Opera. There have been so many wonderful things that have happened to me. I know by the law of averages, I must be due to be knocked down by a truck any day now. Oh, Andrew, once again, I thank you for choosing me.
What happened between Sarah Brightman and myself on that stage, I think truly surprised Andrew Lloyd Webber and director Hal Prince. But before we opened in London, everyone was saying, Michael Crawford is Phantom, yes. I'm not quite sure, love, what it's going to be like, but apparently he's going to do a lot of swinging and, you know, be on the chandeliers and things, I suppose. So I heard a lot of that going on, but I'm used to people sort of, you know, thinking you can't do something, so.
What you want to do is, let's be brave. Go too far. It's attitudes. It's bigger. When you take her by the arms, really, you know, it's big stuff.
I spent hours and days and weeks in that room. You needed to. I mean, for instance, Music of the Night took months to sing properly. It took months to make the joins seamless between the notes and the way that you were going to do it so that it was a cry of love. You reach out, and when you, again, going back to Gene Kelly, when you reach for her, you pull her towards you, so that finger pulls her, and it's hurting here. The whole arm is hurting. It's not this, it's, and this, so that you see the pain, you see the, you see every part of your body. It leaves you like that when you've finished. You've danced, you've moved that song. It's come from deep, deep inside you. I remember the Queen Mother came to see it. I spotted her once from way up the top when I was looking down watching the things. I saw her. She was on the seat in front, leaning, watching the show like this, like a little girl. It was the most wonderful picture of the Queen Mother. And that says what an audience should do. That's what you wanted from an audience. That's the strength that you need. When we got to New York, and you saw the lines around the block every day, and people sleeping there, and you could see them out the window, and people scalping tickets, and it was a whole world of its own going on, and you saw people being arrested for scalping, and it was on the news. And you hadn't done anything wrong. You know, you were on the news, you hadn't been run over, you hadn't hurt anyone or robbed anywhere, but you were on the news. And that was, you know, I can't tell you what that felt like. You felt like a child.
I mean, as you can see from my dressing gown, I don't consider myself to be a major. If this is a success, I'm going to buy myself a new dressing gown.
I thought it was outstanding. I was moved to tears at times.
I think he's got an incredible voice.
I think the whole thing was stupendous. It was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen.
In your whole life?
Yes, yes.
Every night is different, so every night you're brought down to earth. I came out last night and this gentleman said to me, "Can you tell me how much longer Michael Crawford's going to be before he comes out?"
My knees are gone, let's put it that way. Please, would you sign?
They didn't know what you looked like. This was absolutely true. Nobody knew. You could walk past the crowd at the stage door. Nobody knew who you were. And Hal Prince said to me, "Don't worry, kid." He said, "The day after we open, the whole city's going to know you." I had my daughters, Emma and Lucy, were there for the opening night, and we sat in the dressing room after the show was over. And I just said, did you ever believe that we would have this feeling about something that I'd done? And we kind of just hugged, and it was special. And we went along to the party. I think it was called the Beacon. And when we got there, there were 5 rows of photographers on bleachers waiting to take photographs of just walking in. Now, you know that not one of them would appear anywhere, because they never do. They take all these photographs, but I never see a photograph of myself. I must photograph very badly. But there we were with my daughters, and I said, we'll never experience anything like this in our lives. I said, remember this, remember tonight.